still got you working on this shithole. I didn't believe it.
It ain't much, but it's been months since the boss has been able to find me.
You still have some interest in Marlo Stanford, right? That's his cell.
You stop using cell phone.
Nope.
Police work, detective. Police work.
Good contacts.
Yeah. Got good stuff.
No, you have nothing.
The Hanover Street Bridge. Father broke down and cried when I talked to him. I just kept stroking the youngest one's blonde hair.
Whoa, you're managing this, right?
Yeah. His name was Boston. Nathan Levi Boston.
Okay, you got 30 inches if you need it.
I freaking hate him, his lies.
So how do we squeeze a wiretap out of my serial killer? He's gonna call someone. Who? There. Cardinal Keeler. Cal fucking Ripken. Who gives a fuck? This is a fucking genius. Or not.
Not.
If that's about your case, you need to answer it. Remember you're working a serial killer.
No, it's my ex-wife.
She's calling you about what? He's that drunk, he's that bad right now. He's not visiting his sons.
Something only the killer could know.
No? Which dude is making me so mad.
Sean, I didn't know I did everything I could take. She played around.
They're old now.
It's cool. No worries. Your mom said you were great.
This is life, Jimmy. This is the stuff that actually matters.
Yes.
I talked to Beadie. She knows she's losing you, like I knew. I'm not judging. I'm not saying this to hurt you. You're drinking. You're out all night. She doesn't know where you are. And she's no fool, Jimmy.
You're ruining it again. That's what she's telling you.
But I'm glad for you. I can imagine that. I was glad that you found her. I was glad for her even. For a while there, you were happier than I've ever seen you.
Yes.
Don't do this.
Oh, you're gonna make me cry. He's ruining everything, like. Fuck you, Jimmy.
Went down to the clinic on my own yesterday, got as far as the door. But tough to go, Mom.
What?
Give you 10 minutes. So where do we take it today?
He wants to be tested for AIDS. I think that you're saying it like that.
Jimmy's not in yet.
I know. He's sleeping one off. Relax, I'm not looking for a snitch. I know you're his partner in crime. I don't care.
Whoa, Beadie.
I just want to know from you where this is going. I mean, if in the end, if this is all there is to him, if he can't be better than this, I just want to know.
He's working this case right now.
Oh, you're covering him with that.
Look, he'll get his head in a certain place. He'll take a drink. I mean, a lot of us will.
I like it. Okay, I gotta go back to work. Thanks for letting me vent.
Oh, Jimmy, I'm so mad at you even more now because they are showing us, you know, that he's making people so sad around him. And you, what lie are you gonna invent? Calling who? Like you have an anonymous source calling you to tell you stuff. That guy!
Let me ask you. When did results come back?
It's gonna be negative. It's gonna be negative. It has to be. It has to be negative. He's doing great now. He can't. No.
Your serial killer called the Baltimore Sun. Some goof claimed to be your guy called a reporter.
How do you know that? Because your serial killer doesn't exist? I swear on everything that I have and love.
What should I do? All the works I said, I don't the same height, but some dozens of times.
Wait! I don't need for you for now, you know, to be mad at it. Like, I did so many things wrong, so I deserve to die for each and every girl. I'm sorry, it's because I'm relieved. Like, I really thought that it would be positive and that it would be that, you know, like the writer saying that because he took drugs like that during all of this time. Like, he was punished in a way, and even if now he has that redemption arc and he changed and he's better no matter what, his old life is gonna come back at him, and I really thought that they would do that, the writers, so I'm relieved that they didn't, and I didn't know that I would, I'm sorry. I need a tissue. Okay, let's hear you complaining because you're not gonna die.
Naked means. You know what it means. Nothing wrong. It ain't wrong. What should I do?
Oh, it's not gonna be wrong. Don't lie to me about it.
You're disappointed. Shit, this ain't about the bug, is it? This is you trying to make the past be everything, mean everything. Sorry, Bubbs. Shame ain't worth as much as you think.
Yes, and sorry Bugs, but you're gonna have a long life and you're gonna do something with your life. That's also that, you know, he wanted for his life to be stopped right there, so he's not gonna have to do something about it.
I asked him about the bite marks. He said that they wanted him to bite, that they asked for that. I asked him if he was angry at the men. He hung up.
He called you on your cell phone?
Why didn't he call the paper? Well, I was all over the city yesterday handing my cards out to homeless men. He probably got the number from a card.
Sure.
I think this is the guy. I mean, detective, a chill ran down my back.
There's no way to know.
He's lying, you know that he's lying, and
We're going to need this complaint.
Your cell phone. What did he sound like?
What do you mean?
Well, you talk to people for a living. Did he sound black, white, younger, older, high-pitched voice, or low?
He sounded to me like a white guy. He sounded older. I would say 40s. Not a really young guy.
Can I have your notebook?
Whoa, you can have his notes.
I'm tired of all of this bullshit, all of these lies, these two...
Can we talk off the record? The homicide unit received a phone call this morning from a payphone from the same neighborhood. And based on Scott's voice description, well, let's just say we need to find whoever it was made both those calls. He made another call.
Detective, as a newsman, it's the killer.
You're lying also, like...
Actually,
What the fuck? The two of you, like...
everybody tapped a payphone, I guess. Don't print that either. Don't print anything about where the killer calls from. It'll change up. I'll type up my notes quick.
Do that.
You guys, huh?
Well, 10 minutes ago, I said this whole thing was complete bullshit.
And you are right. You have the good instinct. You're a good journalist. I'm saying it since the beginning.
They think they're up on each other's cell phone, but they'll never catch a cold kick on the police. Goes nowhere. Meanwhile, I'm up on the limelight at the detail office, listening to Marlowe. Every day, you file office and court report saying there's been no further contact. I filed exactly nothing, but use what I hear to create the case on our real target. Court.
How are you gonna explain it at the end? Uh-oh. This time you're gonna go. Ooh, 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 ooh. I'm not seeing well. My God! fucking knew it! That was my biggest fear since so long, and it happened. At some point, Michael would be against Omar.
What the?
I'm glad. Yes, I'm glad. Like, it's not gonna be that easy for you guys with your lies. You deserve to be stopped. You deserve to not have what you want, at least not like that. This episode was written to make me mad, right? This episode was written to make me mad. I want to say it another time. This episode was written to make me mad. I have the impression that I was mad all along this episode. I have the impression that I didn't spend any scene without complaining, without being mad. I have the impression that I didn't spend any scene without rolling my eyes, without wanting this episode to stop, without wanting to slap someone. Everything is a fucking mess. All of them are assholes. Almost all of them are fucking assholes. It's a mess. It's lies. It's bullshit. It's the worst. It's truly McNulty and this journalist. The two of you, you're gonna take your lies, you're gonna make them, little things, and you're gonna put them where I think. Because, yes, I know it's really bad what I just said, but my nerves are really like that. Like, I need to calm myself. And that, at the end, I knew it, I fucking knew it. I'm saying, like, really, truly, I think that if you're coming back to this episode when Michael was a kid and was coming first time to ask for help, to Marlo about what was happening with Buck's dad, Omar saw that, and I think that it was even, during the review of this episode that I told you, fuck, Omar saw Michael with Marlo, so at some point maybe Omar is gonna face Michael and he's gonna believe that Michael is working with Marlo, and because of that he's gonna kill the kid. And the story evolving and Michael getting more involved with Marlo and becoming one of his soldiers, I was like, at some point it's gonna happen. Omar is coming for Marlo, so he's gonna fight against Marlo's soldiers. Michael is one of them. We're gonna have Omar killing Michael or Michael killing Omar. It's gonna destroy me, it's gonna kill me. It happened right there. And the fact that during this scene, like, I couldn't see because it was really dark on screen, and also you don't know it, but the sun is really pointing at my television right now, so it's making it even more difficult for me to see the scene really right. So it took me some seconds to be like, yes, it's happening. We have Chris, Noob, and Michael against Omar right now. I'm not gonna talk about the fact that they just killed that great guy, who was working with Omar, and before that also was working with, I can't remember his name, the blind guy, who was so nice. I'm so sorry, that he died right there, but for sure I'm gonna prefer for him to die than for Omar to die. It's a miracle, the fact that Omar managed to get out, to escape from that place alive, but it happened. Michael against Omar, it happened. I knew it. Everyone is making me so mad. Like, just think for a minute about the lies and the bullshits that these two, the journalist and McNulty, they said during this episode. McNulty is lying about that fake case since so long. Like, he connected fake murders between each others, He lied about the ribbons. He lied about the sexual thing. Seeing that right there it was not enough, he lied about these victims being beaten like that. So that's already big fucking lies. Just to have one detective working with him, he's mad at it, like, oh, I'm lying and for nothing. Because of that, Kima is not working on her case anymore, Kima, I said it during the intro, she was the representation of what a real detective is supposed to do, her job right. And she was making it right, and she was really involved into it. And I'm sure that she would have succeeded, you know, with her case right there. Because of him, she can't work on it anymore. Because of that lie, because of that fake case, she can't work on a real case. That it's already awful. In addition of that, we have a journalist who has a fake testimony of a nameless guy, and then who is inventing a fake call made by that fake serious killer. He's saying it in front of McNulty, who guessed, you know, that the journalist just lied. But he's going with it, and even more than that, he's adding to all of that another fake call to have, you know, the wires and all of that to go further with his fake case about a fake serial killer who really called no one, not McNulty, not the journalist. Both of them are lying. And you know, McNulty knows that the journalist is lying, and the journalist, he has to know now that McNulty is lying because he never called McNulty. I want for them to be stopped. I want for them to be fired. Both of them. You know, like, at this point, I'm so disappointed at McNulty. I'm so sad about his entire situation. I'm seeing it since episode. For me, he's really at his worst point right now because he doesn't value his job anymore. In addition of all of the bad things that he's doing, you know, being unfaithful, being that drunk and all. The fact that during this episode they showed us different scenes to tell to the viewers is not making just himself miserable, you know. Like, everyone around him is feeling sad, is feeling miserable. Bunk, who can't help his friend and who is forced to cover him. Beadie, who loves him and who doesn't want to give up on him. His ex-wife, who is seeing him ruining things again. His sons, who are not spending time with their dad anymore, is making everyone miserable. Kima, who can't work on her real case anymore because of all of his lies, because of his attitude, because he's so bad right now into his life. It's making everyone miserable, everyone sad. It's making me even more mad at him. So yes, at this point, I want for him to be stopped and to be fired. He needs to be stopped. And again, the truth is going to be known at some point. It's going to be discovered. And the real question for me right now, it's truly, is it going to be covered or not? Like, Jay, I'm pretty sure that he has some doubts about the entire situation being fake. But I'm thinking, you know, like, Daniels, if he discovers the truth, like, how is he gonna take it? Lester knows the truth, Bunk knows the truth, McNulty for sure, Kima, she doesn't know the truth. I would love for Kima to discover the truth and to say it to Jay, you know, to go with it. But I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be covered. And the fact that for now it's functioning, they're really gonna have that wire on Marlowe thanks to Herc, who did that because he wanted to repair the fault that he committed, you know, with Randy, with what Carver told him about Randy, and also because he wants his little revenge on Marlowe. You're gonna wire him, maybe you're gonna have some proofs, it's gonna take you time, like right there at the end, it was what, like that's it, now we have internet on our phones, you know, into that period of time. Maybe it happened during that period of time, WhatsApp, stuff like that. But even if you manage to have something against Marlowe at some point, I don't think so, but even if you manage to have that, how are you gonna justify that suddenly you have that and you're not gonna progress at all on your fake serial killer and you're gonna abandon that fake case because you're not gonna have any clues? Like, how can it work? Like, how do you truly think that it's not gonna be discovered that you're lying and it's gonna be okay for you to have proofs on Marlowe like that? Like, I don't understand their plan. Yes, I'm playing with my hair because I'm mad. I don't want to talk about Clay Davis. Like, we have all of that thing about the fact that he's done but he doesn't want to give up, about the fact that he's not the kind of guy who is giving up, he's trying to come back with the former mayor, all of that. Okay. I need to talk about Bubbs, but it's rough. I truly thought, you know, when they began to talk about taking a test and all, that it would be positive. And you saw it, I thought that the writers would make it positive, but I was saying it can't be, not after all of that. Bubbs, he needs to have a life, like he deserves it. But I thought that the writers wouldn't give that, because I thought that they would do what Bubbs right there thought about the fact that yes, he had that bad life, so he needs to pay for it, or just not he needs to pay for it to be punished, but just the writers would want to show that it's logical to have consequences for your bad actions, you know, and that during that period of time so many people had the bug like that. Like, it wouldn't have been a surprise for the writers to make Bub have it, to denounce that, to show that it was happening during that period of time. Do you understand what I mean? So I really thought that they would do so. So for me it was such a relief, when in fact it was negative. And to have Bubbs being mad about it, no, first denying it, and then almost being mad at it, like he feels like he needs to be punished, he feels like it's not logical. And for me at the end, you know, at the end of this conversation, I had the impression that it was also an excuse that he was searching to not have a life. You know, like, if he has it, in fact he's gonna have a short life, so he doesn't have to fight to have a real life, to do something with his life. He's condemned no matter what. When right there, in fact, he doesn't have the bug, so he has to fight to have a real life, he has to find something to do with his life. Do you understand what I mean? You're gonna have a life. And I think that it's the first time that Bubbs knows that he's gonna have a life, that he's gonna have a future, and he has to find something to do into his future. Do you understand what I mean? Like, when he was into the streets, when he was taking drugs and all of that, it was really day after day, and it was rough for him to have money during the day, to pay for his drugs during the night. Like, it was really day by day. Like, right now he's not taking drugs anymore, but he was not living a real life neither, and maybe he thought that having the bug could have been the solution for him, you know, like, I don't have to find a purpose in my life, I don't have to find something to do with my life, I have the bug. And in fact he doesn't have it, so he's gonna need to do something with his life. I know that during this episode I cried and I had to make a break because of that scene, but that's the only scene, in fact, which brought me joy during this episode, because really the rest of this episode made me so mad. I'm so sorry, like, I have the impression that I talked way too much during this episode. I know that some of you are gonna tell me, girl, you're always talking too much during these episodes, like, it's annoying and all. But right there I have the impression that really I talked too much, like, it was even annoying for me, you know? But I just couldn't shut the fuck up with all of their lies. You know, it's really something also into my personal life and all, like, I hate lies so much. I have really an issue with things which are unfair, and with people who are lying. Like, it's really something that I don't understand, I can't deal with. People who are dishonest like that, I don't understand how these people can sleep, can look at themselves in the mirror, can live with their lives, I don't understand how you can do that. You know, I have really, my way of functioning, I'm really like that, you know, with that kind of things. I respect too much, you know, what is right, the truth, like for things to be fair, for things to be okay, for people to be okay, and right there, what they are doing, it's so unethical, you know, like it's making me so mad. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. I will see you tomorrow for a new episode. Again, remember that if you want on my Patreon, you can have 4 episodes of advance, which means 2 weeks of advance for The Wire. So if you want that, you can join my Patreon, and for The Wire, you just have to subscribe to the level 2, meaning only €5 if you can be interested. Okay, so it's all for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine? Great.